Sorry guys, I had to clean up after yesterday. There was a lot of mess around here from that awesome Switch dev kit, a lot of crumbs, so hopefully those aren't in the final product. And I just got rid of that mess, and now I'm right back in another one because yesterday, if you were not on the internet, consider yourself lucky because there was some really stupid stuff happened yesterday that should be embarrassing to a lot of people who report news. I don't consider myself a completely legit news channel or anything. There are people who all they do is report news, don't give them any opinion, speculation, anything. They just report the news. And that's fine. But I've at least tried to put something into anything that I bring you guys, whether it be how truthful is it, what are the odds of this actually, being implemented in like the system like the Switch or a Microsoft product or anything. I at least try to bring you guys something with that. But what's worrying me right now, and this is kind of a big deal because it's going to shape essentially the world overall, not just necessarily video games or anything, but with how the world has been recently with fake news. It was very alarming to see what I saw the other day kind of gain as much momentum as it did, and I'll get into that right now with you guys. So to get started, I'm going to basically tell you what happened. I touched on it briefly in my video yesterday with the Switch dev kit, where basically a bit of Zelda news came out, and it was one person who decided it was a good idea to essentially troll any Nintendo fans or Zelda fans. And what they did was they took a piece of paper, typed out that Zelda Breath of the Wild was indeed canceled, and just put it out there. And of course, the best place to go to get news out there without it being completely from a legit source or anything is if you go to that site I was talking about yesterday, N4G. And I'm still honestly amazed that this got through. I have a feeling the moderators or the people voting for it wrote it off as a joke and didn't even bother because it got through with 6 out of 10, which usually means it ran out of time and was above the 5 count limit or the threshold to get in. And what happened was they put this up on M4G. It got through again somehow because trust me, as a struggling journalist way back in the day with video games, I really wanted a video game site that talked about video games and reviewed them, of course, all that stuff. That was a lot of people's dreams for a while. And what happened was I would put stuff on M4G, and if anybody else reported it at all, they were on it. They were on top of it. They were looking for sources constantly. That's why I'm amazed that this got through, unless it happened at like 1 a.m. or something and people just didn't care. They were like, whatever, it's stupid. And it gets through. And not only does it get through, but it jumps to the front of the page because the news is so hard to believe and amazing. Of course, people are going to comment on it and ask if it's true, and views are going to go through, and that's what skyrocketed the degrees or the percentage of people interested in this article. And I'm going to show you this page right now real quick, guys. So take a look at this. This is the page that everybody was on board with the Wii U Zelda being canceled. And if you scroll down, they actually have GIFs and all kinds, or GIFs, whatever you want to call them, all kinds of stuff that basically is in French. And there's 2 pieces of French that you need to look at. And the first one is right on the front. You'll see it says, I don't know if I'm going to pronounce these guys right, so I'm sorry. Click salope, which actually means, essentially in their language, click whore, click slut, anything like that. And it's basically poking fun at this thing being clickbait. It really is. It's fake news that they made up in order to get clicks and traffic to this site. I looked at the site. It's kind of a junky site, kind of a blog thing anyway, so it doesn't even look legit. But from there, if you scroll down to that GIF that I was talking about, it actually has a string of text. I'm not even going to try to read because I'm going to get it completely wrong, but it basically translates to Zelda Breath of the Wild Wii U canceled. I got you. Congratulations to journalism. This person basically went out of their way to basically show how badly some of these sites or people want traffic to their site, that they are willing to regurgitate what is completely false and fake and has no substantial basis at all. Like, there's no sources. They basically just wrote it up, printed it out on a piece of paper, computer paper, and said, this is legit. And then people in the comments, this is the worst part, people in the comments went, wow, Breath of the Wild's canceled. Nintendo, they're terrible people. They just destroyed some of their audience with that. So it's not those people's fault. It's not. The people who I really have a problem with right now are the news sites, the big YouTubers that are basically reporting this stuff as if it's real. And don't get me wrong, they're at least saying rumors. They're saying, oh, it's a rumor. But you can't, see, that's my other problem. You can't go, oh, it's a rumor, and then talk about it as if it's real. And a couple videos I watched seemed to think it was real. Like, they would say in their title, oh, rumor, and then nothing else. They would say rumor, and then they would say, I think it's real though, guys. It's real. And then if you scroll down to the comments, so many of the people in the comments believe it because their YouTuber that they watch all the time believes it. So now we have this false information that has gotten out of somebody's garage, basically, where they just wrote it on a piece of paper. It's gone from that to now sites blowing up. GameSpot reported this, guys. GameSpot. And of course they say rumor, so YouTubers are blowing up, talking about how Breath of the Wild's canceled. This was all going on the past 2 days, the last 48 hours. And of course you have smaller YouTubers saying it's not real, guys, don't believe them. But the big YouTubers, of course, are the ones getting the views. So now people are viewing these channels, and I honestly, I hope if I were these channels, I would consider deleting these videos because they make your channel look not legitimate. They look like you just read the title and was like, crap, I got to get on this. I have to put a video out or I'm going to miss my 50, 60, 70,000 views. And a lot of them, guys, got over 100,000 views over what is just fake stuff, not even real. So it's a shame. But basically, from what I can tell, the way news works now, you're either quality, you spend a lot of time, you research, you want to give your opinion, and you want to give people something to take from it. You don't want to just tell them about it and then have them not understand what's happening. So either you're quality and you try to tell people what's going on, or you're first. That's it. Either you're quality or you're first. And if you're first, you're probably going to get more views. So a lot of these people don't want to research, and they just want to take the title as gospel. Even if they put rumor in their little title, it does not matter, guys. It really doesn't. That means I could report anything, and say rumor in the title, and I can get away with it and grab too many views for it, to be honest. Too many. What's that? Guys, we have live news coming in right now. Guys, it looks like Half-Life 3 is actually being canceled. Yes, it's in development right now, but it's being canceled. This is all rumor. Make sure the rumor is up here. It is rumor. Half-Life 3 has been canceled because Valve wants to start focusing on Half-Life 4. The reason? Half-Life 3 is just taking way too long. They have to start focusing on Half-Life 4. I know it makes no sense. It's on this paper, though, guys. It's on paper. It has to be real. So, guys, I hope you understand that a lot of the stuff you hear in the news, like I said before, I talked about this yesterday, it's not real. But unfortunately, a lot of the journalists don't always check their sources. And it's been going on forever, and it seems to be getting more steam now. It's very easy to put out fake news, especially around Nintendo, because it's going to get views. The Switch is very popular right now. Nintendo is very popular. Zelda is very popular. You put that all together, of course, somebody is going to come up with something like this. The thing that worries me, like I said before, is the fact that people who are supposed to be reporting this stuff to you guys are just not fact-checking. What should have happened was everyone who came out and did a video on this should have basically destroyed it and made fun of it, and just, it's not real, but some people thought it was. I don't want to name any names for YouTubers because I'm really not into that. I'm definitely not a big enough channel to call anybody out, but I want you guys to be aware that this is a thing that's happening a lot right now, and to not jump to conclusions. Go look at the source yourself. The real problem, though, that we ran into was, I'm sure a lot of people saw other places report it and not the original source. I have to imagine if most of these YouTubers who reported on it as being possible probably did not get their source material from the original article. Otherwise, there would be no video from them right now at all. There would be a blank space there, or there would just be them talking about how stupid it is, because it was so bad, and honestly, it made a lot of journalists look really bad, and it's bad for the industry, because it makes a lot of us, as a generalization, makes a lot of people consider that smaller YouTubers who try to, give you news and interesting things and stuff to watch, that we're just the same. We're just coming to you with junk sometimes. So keep in mind, guys, I don't think this is a normal thing. It is more worrying that people are more interested in pushing along crap news for clicks and views rather than actually try to look at it, spend time, research the topic, and give you guys something interesting to watch. Now, I saw this, like I said, and I didn't even touch it. I didn't think it would turn into what it turned into. I just thought it was some stupid prank someone was pulling, which basically it was. What's that? Guys, we have breaking news again. This is amazing. I've never had 2 things break on the show at once. This is crazy. Guys, this is breaking news. I've never had two breaking news on one show. This is amazing. So what's happened is Nintendo's actually come out, and they've said they are canceling the Switch. All production on the Switch and the 3DS even is being canceled in lieu of designing George Foreman grills for seniors. They've realized that the Wii made them the most money, and it was completely targeted towards older adults. So what they're doing now is there is going to be a red-themed George Foreman grill with Mario on it, and you actually can get Wii Sports with it. It's a fully redesigned Wii Sports. It's only going to have bowling. I don't know why they're calling it Wii Sports, just bowling, of course. And it's going to come with it at an entry price of $100. That's a great deal. You get a Foreman grill, and you get Wii Sports for $100. How can they... Who needs the Switch? Keep an eye out for that, guys, and don't fall for a lot of this stuff. And make sure that you are aware and educate yourself rather than listen to every single person who puts videos out about this stuff. That's all. So, but I will see you guys tomorrow for Newswave. Hopefully I'll see you there, and I'll see you guys next time.